Yo, what's the dealio, man? You already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is position size and risk management, okay? Very important. I wanna start off the week making sure you guys don't go into the week, losing control, okay? So, and this topic is just important anyway, right? So we're gonna get right into it. Y'all know I don't wanna waste y'all time. All right, nothing that I said in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right, so position sizing. You want to trade, okay? Let's say you have a trading account and you have $1,500, $2,000 or $3,000, right? Let's say $3,000, okay? No. Let's say $1,500, right? The first thing before you get into the game and really start taking these trades is you need to understand something. And what you need to understand is the concept of an asymmetrical trade, okay? Asymmetrical trade. Now, what is an asymmetrical trade, right? This is the foundation of what you need to understand. Okay, watch this. Now, boom, right? Asymmetrical trading. An investment strategy focusing on opportunities where potential rewards significantly outweigh risks, aiming to maximize upside while minimizing downside. Okay? It involves finding setups with skewed risk to reward profiles, 3-to-1 rather than balanced ones. Okay? Key methods include utilizing options, betting on large price moves with limited downside, or using distinct entry and exit strategies, right? AKA the strap method when they're talking about entries and exit strategies. But, right, let's go a little bit lower. Risk to reward. The core objective is to ensure the potential gain is significantly higher than potential loss. Okay? Asymmetrical risk management aims to keep losses small while allowing profits to run. It involves identifying setups with high potential upside and low defined downside, such as explosive breakouts from chart patterns. Okay? So, sizing, using smaller and highly uncertain situations and increasing capital allocation only on high conviction. All right? So, asymmetrical. Now, in layman's terms, let me make this really simple for you. Stop over leveraging, right? Stop over leveraging in trades that don't have no room to run, right? Stop over leveraging in trades that don't have room to run. Okay? So when you have a smaller account, what do they say? They say, I hear them say, invest 1 to 3% of your trading account into a trade. Now, if you have $1,500, right? 1% is $15. That ain't gonna work, okay? So maybe more so like 15%. But as your account grows, let's say you got $100,000 in your account. You could do a 1% of your account. That's $1,000. And then you can run it up, okay? Now, you always have to protect the downside. You always have to protect your potential downside when you're trading options. You always have to. I don't care what nobody say. Nothing is 100%. And you have to be okay with what happens after you enter into that trade. Right? You have to be okay with whatever. Whether you got into it, whether you in a Discord and somebody else called it, it don't matter. You have to be okay with what happens on the other side of that trade. Okay? Now, when we're talking about sizing, if you can do it one or two ways. I showed you guys asymmetric, then people talk about leverage, right? You put $3,000 in a trade, you get 10%, that's $300, and you compound your way. You can do that too, but you have to have a foundational understanding of how to size your trades, right? You have to have a foundational understanding of that. So if you know what type of trade you're getting in, like I always say, make sure you know what type of trade you're getting in. That's going to help you with your position sizing. Okay? Because watch this. Let's say you have a small account, $1,500, and you put, let's say you put $1,000 in the trade, and your whole account is $1,000. Number one, you over leverage. Okay? Number two, right? You're in this trade, and then you're looking at it on the 5-minute time frame. That's your whole analysis. So you put $1,000 on the trade off of the 5-minute time frame. You're in this trade for 4 minutes. You're up 5%, and then it drops, and then it rejects off of a higher time frame, right? You didn't see that because you never was paying attention to a higher time frame. Now you're down 40%, which is $400. Now your account is at $1,100. You can't grow no account doing stuff like that, right? So you first got to ask yourself, okay, out of this account, how much am I willing to lose and be okay with it? Is it $100? Is it $150? It shouldn't be more than $200 for sure, right? Now, do things happen? Yes, but it shouldn't be more than I would say $100. Okay. So then you say, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop trying to get these quick hits and let me find a stock where I see a direction. Okay. I see a direction where this could run on an hourly time frame for about 30 minutes to an hour. If you know you could get a move and stay in a move for about 30 minutes to an hour, you know that's a big move off the hourly or the 2 hour or the 4 hour time frame, right? What that means is you take out of that, if you're willing to lose $100, then you can say, okay, I'm going to take $150 and put into this trade, right? $150 I'm going to put into this trade. Now I'm willing to lose $90 out of this $150. So my stop loss is going to be about 60%, right? Maybe even 70% if we look at the percentages, okay? Now you're willing to lose $90, which is less than what you were initially willing to lose. But if it runs and it goes into your direction, that trade could hit 100, 150, 200%. Now you doubled your money. You doubled your money. You doubled that 150. So now you're 150 in profit. What if you can do this every single day off of $150? Meanwhile, you got other people that are putting $1,000 into a trade and getting 10% and getting out and only getting $100. Right? Now, a lot of people will say, oh, you can't get 100% every day. Actually, you can. You can. Right? When you understand liquidity, when you understand the strat method, right? You can get 100%. When you understand 0 day to expirations, we're getting 100, 200, 300% in the Discord almost every single day. Most of the time it's 0 day to expirations or it is a swing trade, right? But why is that? Because we're willing to let a trade cook. We're paying attention to higher time frames. And then the less money you put in a trade, the less you're going to care about it, the more you're willing to let it run. If you put a big amount into a trade in relevance to your account value, you're not going to let it cook. You're not going to let it work for you. Right? So if you got an account of 25K and you go put 12K in a trade, you're not going to let it run 100, 200% because that's almost half of your account. But if you got 25,000 in your account and you go put 1,200 in a trade, you're going to let it run way longer because you don't care about that 1,200 as much as you cared about the 12,000. Now, let me break this down for you. If you put 12,000 in a trade and you get 10%, that's $1,200, right? Okay. Now let's say you put 1,500 in a trade. way less risk. And let's say it goes 200%. That's 3 racks. Right? I know it sounds easier to get 10% than it does to get 100%. But when you understand that the name of the game is make your sizing smaller in relevance to your account balance, your account value, so you can give the trade time to cook, right? And when you do that, you're going to be more willing to allow the trade to do what it does. And then from there, that's when you're going to start seeing 100, 200, 300% on your trades. You have to give a trade time to do what it does. You have to. That's why I like trading weekly contracts. Once I understood I can go lighter in my size, but I can make more money, it changed the game for me because I understood what asymmetric trading was. I understood the strat method. I understood the order block. I understood the fair value gaps. I understood the liquidity. Once I understood that, I said, oh, wow. It is possible to get 100% every day if I'm putting $500, $1,000 in a trade, rather than trying to put $3,000 into a trade and then, you know what I'm saying, trying to get 10%. I could put 600 in a trade and go get 100% and go get 300%. I know that people will say you can't find those setups every day. Yes, you can. We have SPY, QQQ, and IWM. We have Donald Trump as a president, which he makes the market very volatile. The name of the game is don't over leverage based on your account value and then take a big loss and now your account is dwindling. Protect your downside. That's the key. We always focus on how much money we can make, but we never focus on how much money we don't want to lose. Right? Focus on winning, but you got to protect your downside so you can give yourself an opportunity to be able to win and to make big money. Okay? If you put a big amount of money into your trade, you're going to be a lot more fearful in your trades. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because the less you care about money, the more money comes to you. So you got to put yourself in a position where you don't care about money or you don't care about your position size. And that's when the money's going to come to you. And you're going to find setups and you're going to be like, I'll hold because I don't see a reason to get out. But if you're over leveraged, you're going to always find a reason to get out because you're going to be up 8%, be like, let me take it. Right? So I hope that video helped you and I hope that it made sense for you guys. All right. Like I always say, man, make sure you get about your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next video. All y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.